We spent a bit of time working out who was going to come to make sure that people matched each other at an appropriate level of seniority, and people who would be involved if they could find a deal going forward. An American company was suing a Scandinavian corporation for several $1 million. The parties really had a continuing relationship and wanted to find a solution, and so in the end they opted for a mediation in Belgium, which I was instructed to help them with. Key to it actually was getting the right people to come along, because although there were significant financial issues between them and it wasn't clear whether those could be solved, I sensed, and I was told by the lawyers, that really they wanted to try to develop an ongoing relationship and build up opportunities together. Once everyone was sort of happy with the process and felt comfortable, brought them together for a joint session, and it was terrific. The lawyers just took a back seat, which was really perfect. The principals started to talk, explained how they'd got to where they got to, what the difficulties had been, why payments hadn't been made, why the counterclaim which the Scandinavians had was significant and substantial and needed to be resolved. And they talked openly then about the future plans they had together. And I sat back, frankly, and let them go for it. They were getting on well. After a while we broke, and I spent time chatting with each privately about the past, but more importantly how we could build up a plan for the future. And we then came back together again. The principals started to talk more because they saw the potential going forward. By probably early evening, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, the structure of a deal which involved some payments going both ways, but more importantly a plan for the future was beginning to evolve. And I got everybody back together again, the lawyers included, sat around a big table, ran through what I thought had been agreed in principle. That flew up a few more issues that needed to be sort of talked through. And then the lawyers took over and started to draft. That inevitably threw up some more problems. And by this time it was really quite, 11 o'clock probably in the evening. Everyone's a bit tired, fractious. And that's where the mediator really has to come in and sort of just remind people what the objectives are, where they're going, be patient, don't take silly points, keep them going, frankly. And by about 2 o'clock in the morning, things were signed off. The parties went off into the sunset almost hand in hand, and it was a great success.